Hey, welcome in to the channel. Thank you so much for taking the time to join me always. My name is Deborah. This is Purusha Intuitive, and we're going to look at your energy for today. So let's get into it. So this week, or when I'm recording this, we are headed into a new moon solar eclipse. These messages are always timeless, as a heads up. Take what resonates, leave the rest behind. But when I'm recording, like I said, we have a new moon, and solar eclipses bring about a lot of change. We've been seeing this kind of culminate as we've been moving through the past little bit. Tension, places that change needs to happen is being put into focus. And some of it we know, we've known for a minute. Some of it is not so easy, because our heart, our mind, our soul is attached to these things that we really want to see manifest. But the name of the game right now is making sure that what you're trying to plug those manifestations into is actually the right fit. Not looping yourself back into these learning lessons, these cycles of karma, etc., that you've been diligently trying to work yourself out of. We'll start with this energy cleansing, do a little blessing for you, a little blessing for me, set the tone, set the vibe for the reading. It's a really good time to set your own intention as well. So if you have messages you would like to hear from spirit, questions answered, that type of thing, definitely bring those now and be open to receive, and we'll get into it. I bless you with pure love and light, pure source energy, pure loving grace. I release anything that is not for your highest and best. Any fears, doubts, insecurities, lack of worth, lack of value, pain, anger, frustration, overwhelm, impatience. Cleanse it and remove it from our being so that we may see and understand the messages clearly. Help to make me a clear and open channel for the collective. Thank you, Father God, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels, Mama Love. Okay, so as I was saying today, thankfully, or maybe I didn't say this quite yet, but it's not as tense as what we'll see as the week progresses. We've been kind of going through this ebb and flow of some intensity, we get some rest, intensity, we get some rest. And the name of the game right now is really being able to use those times when there's not a lot going on for yourself, your self-love, your self-care, the way that you support yourself during these more difficult times, right? During these times that you do have to make changes that are a little bit harder. Transmuting the energy comes out for you front and center today. So I'm hearing this as like not getting too invested in the hubbub, in the drama, in the chaos. And you know, obviously that can be way easier said than done, because we're also seeing people stir the pot right now, you know, stir the pot for their own agenda, their own ulterior motives, trying to get something out of you. And you've built enough stability to this point where you can transmute this energy, right? You can find ways to say, okay, that's good for you, but I'm doing this, or this is my choice, and this is how I choose to move forward, right? Because you are shifting into new life. And so I'm hearing, well, and we're in the waning phase right now of the moon. So the waning is about releasing. We got this as well in our overarching energy for the week, that this is the practice of letting go. This is the practice of bringing in that new life, bringing in those goals, those successes that you're looking for, and actually integrating it into, you know, what you're living currently. And it can be challenging because if we're still dealing with cleaning up stuff from the past, which is being seen, right, all across the board. Sorry, I lost my thought. We're still cleaning up things from the past, right? And so there is this pull or this desire to kind of move back into these situations, work them out, try to see if different approaches are going to work, etc. Not good, bad, right, or wrong, you know. It's good to give certain things an amount of effort, especially if small adjustments and changes can be made. But these are more about the bigger things, right? These are more about the things that are kind of getting in the way of you and your affluence, right? The abundance that you're looking to bring into your life in a more cohesive, fluid way, that happiness and fulfillment that you're looking to bring in. There have been messages popping up. So between last week and this week, and we saw this in the overarching or in the weekly reading as well, that things are going to be coming in, pieces of the puzzle, things that you needed to see and understand about these situations where you're being forced to make a choice one way or another. 100%. I love that. Two of Swords energy. That's actually what this is all about, right? Two of Swords is about making a decision. It's also about when we don't make a decision is being made for us. So it's better to have the control that you want over these situations in life, and you have the opportunity. Yeah, there is a lot of jealousy swirling around you. There's a lot of people talking about you, wanting to, you know, and some of this is some angry conversation, right? That jealousy, not liking certain things that you're doing, not liking that you're not falling in line with them, so to speak. But there is a shift happening, and there's a shift happening specifically around your community today. I feel like you are starting to see someone or something. True colors are coming out is what I'm hearing. Someone is very jealous over you, and it directly affects the way that they choose to work in the relationship, in the dynamics, how much reciprocity there is. Not a lot with this person is what I'm seeing. And there is going to be some communication around this today. I feel like this is a person who puts on, or a group of people, a situation, take it how it resonates. This could be playing out at your job, in your home, family, community. These are collective readings, obviously, right? So take it how it resonates. Someone is experiencing a lot of disappointment around something, and they're not seeing something manifest as quickly as they wanted. I feel like this energy is outside of you. There is some communications around this, but it looks like, as I was saying, it's stemming more from this jealousy than actually maybe even what the excuse is. Let's look at this a little bit deeper today. Yeah, so the Magician. So someone was trying to manifest something. Someone was trying to make something happen. Mars has been heavily aspected. It's also going into retrograde. And so we've been seeing a lot of resistance towards where we're trying to have movement, where we're trying to have success. Someone was trying to push an agenda forward, and it's not working out as they had thought or as they had hoped. And I feel like this is some of the conversation that you're having today. Like I said, it is coming with disappointment. It's not all, you know, like screw you. But there is this, again, underlying value of jealousy. Yeah, okay, the Devil. So this is a heavy energy, and this is kind of what we're preparing for today. So this Devil Tower really speaks to someone letting their emotions get out of control not seeing things in a practical way and actually just kind of moving from their own selfishness, their own making decisions, I should say, from their own selfishness, from their own inability to kind of manage themselves. Queen of Cups energy. This is something you've been picking up on too for quite some time. I feel like you haven't really seen how it's going to play out or where things are going to come to head. Knight of Wands, we've been seeing this guy pop up. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, dealing with someone or something that is very messy. And I feel like they're bringing in messiness. And I feel like they're bringing messiness from a place of chaos and destruction. And right now, it's so important for you to transmute that energy regardless. This feels, for some of you, this feels like someone who's going to just be firing at you in all these different ways, you know, whether they can say something to you that's mean and hurtful to trigger you, or they're doing something behind your back and you find out, they want you to find out. This is a lot of like bad behavior at play. It's coming from their pain, their sadness, their grief. That's all they can see. Again, this jealousy overshadowing being wise, being smart, having like a, you know, thinking things through in a clear way. And it's kind of hard to do, I'm not going to lie, because Neptune is in retrograde in Pisces right now. So it brings up a lot of illusion. And if we're feeling, or someone is feeling a certain kind of way, they're going to act out of that. And it does feel like it gets a little messy, but at the same time, it also looks like it's bringing new life for you. It's bringing the change, the desires that you've wanted to see manifest. It's bringing that in. And I feel like you've been dealing with this situation for quite some time, so it is going to take a little extra energy to shift. But as you do, you're finding people, you're finding situations that support you and that actually like honor you through the process. Let's see what's so messy today. How is this playing out? Okay, Four of Pentacles, self-protection, miserly energy, someone who wants to control and dictate. Self-protect, yeah. So be really conscious of your energy, how much you give and invest in other people and situations, especially if you are dealing with someone who's a little more volatile today. This is coming to head. We've been seeing this culminate, right? Last week, this week, where we have to have a little more resistance towards the chaos, the drama that other people are trying to bring in. And I feel like you have a choice, right? You obviously, with this Two of Swords, where'd he go? Two of Swords energy, you have a choice. You have a choice of how you're going to handle it. And your choice is going to be very important as to how things move forward. Because you're going to either choose to re-engage with this energy, try to work with them, try to justify or find a way to move through it. They're not on that wavelength at all. Remember, they have the Tower and the Devil, and that's what they're trying to manifest. They're trying to manifest destruction. So the more you engage, the more the exchange becomes stronger and stronger. And this is saying, actually, you don't need to do that. It's better to take your time. It's better to move a little bit slower, weigh your options accordingly. You have more strength, autonomy, independence than maybe what you even think or know. I feel like this is a person who tries to intimidate you, right? They try to make you think as though they are in control over all things, but that's not really the reality of it. And you're going to see this as things play out. I love this peacock card because it always reminds me of that peacocking energy. And this is, it's related to someone's vanity and pride, right? Their vanity, their pride, their ego is hurt. They're not getting what they want out of you. So instead of trying to have a conversation. I mean, I don't even think this person's situation is able to, right? They're in their patterns, their habits for so long that nothing you say, nothing you do is actually going to make things quote unquote right. There's no working with them. And you already know this. I do feel like you continue to try. I feel like you continue to try to work with them, but then still have balance in your own life. Still pursuing the things that make you feel happy, that make you feel abundant, that bring that success into your life. I feel like you've been praying for this change for quite some time, and it is finally happening. It is finally coming to head. Yeah, we got these two same cards, but it does need some strength. It does need some resilience behind it on your end, and it's coming from this place of grounding and fierce protection. Someone wants to destabilize you today. They want to throw you off their course. And again, a lot of it is out of their own jealousy, their own anger, their own inability to kind of act and behave in a way that they wanted to in the dynamic. And so instead of, right, like being an adult, having an honest, vulnerable conversation, it comes out as more anger and destruction and manipulation. And this is kind of the theme for this week. Not all week, but solar eclipses bring in new change, especially in our external environment. And the new moon is going to be tense. It's tensely aspected. I'll do a video on that, or a reading on that, to look into that a little bit more. But we're going to be seeing people, situations that are not handling their stuff kind of popping off this week. So just prepare yourself, right? Self-protect in the way that you need to. Take the time to respond, engage in the way that you need to, not necessarily according to someone else's agenda, making sure you have some language for the times that you do need to exit the situation or self-protect or kind of shut it down for a while, because the motivation behind it is like really messy and something like you've worked really hard to get out of. You don't want to be a part of it anymore. So I hope that this helps. Sorry, it was a little bit heavier of a reading today, but I do hope it helps. I hope it helps give guidance, direction, insight into what you're dealing with and how to better navigate for your own sanity, your own peace. Thank you so much for the time and energy you give to the channel. I super appreciate you always. Definitely drop comments below if it did resonate. I love to hear, or just connect with you, share a little love, TLC. Thank you for all the blessings you bring to the channel. I'm sending those love and blessings your way.